Hey, no, you free to do whatever you,
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
whatever.
Okay, I already like y'all show. Hold on, I like y'all show already. I just wanted to know was I free to be my authentic Cincinnati self on here? Okay, man. All right, I'll let y'all do y'all thing.
Yeah, you free. Do you? We do. We got drinks, but whatever your choice is of drink. Uh, I was gonna say choice of drug, but we ain't allowing all drugs on here. So it's the choice of choice.
Yeah, yeah.
Not your
We
choice.
don't want to
Hey,
put.
hey, I will hope they only smoking some trees or some shrooms if the furthest they going, man. I don't want them to go too far.
Listen.
Exactly. But yeah, man. So Destiny, go ahead. I'll let you
Oh, okay. Well, welcome, Top Shelf Podcast. We're back. We've been gone for a couple weeks, but things had to get done. So yeah. Hello, I'm Destiny. Yes, I'm Des on Instagram. Yeah, just find me on Instagram. Facebook is kind of boring. You might hear my dog. She's in here. Hopefully, she doesn't bark in the middle of the episode. But next, we
All right.
got.
All right. B Bell 84 underscore on Instagram. I got it right finally
Hey,
this
you
time.
remember the
Help
number?
me out. All right.
Yeah, I'm B quarter beats on Instagram. And man, we got special guests today. We got Cincinnati's finest in the building today. So we're gonna let them introduce. And we got a whole little Midwest kind of
Yeah, this
thing
whole
happening.
Midwest. Yeah.
We got Michigan, we got Indiana, we
Okay.
got
Oh shit.
yeah, we got a little Midwest thing going on today.
The vibes.
Right, right. So, but I'm gonna let y'all go ahead. The man himself.
I go by Sal Dali. I'm a music producer, as you know, from Cincinnati, Ohio. Ali Lama on Instagram.
And go ahead,
I'm just
man.
a guy. I'm just a guy smoking weed out of a rose petal with some Tom Ford glasses on, man. I ain't
First of all,
nobody, man. I'm
no,
just.
I thought that was a damn filter. I thought that was a filter. I didn't know it was his real glass.
Hey, it do look like one of them filters though. The glasses look like
Nah,
one of them filters.
yeah, you know what I mean. I'm the speed walking the alien stoner, man. How y'all doing?
Real
Man, bro.
good.
Hey, so since Sal ain't got that much time, and we like to bullshit a lot, we
You know
gonna
what?
jump.
I don't got a lot of time no more, man. Nowadays, man, get at his
Yeah,
ass, man.
First of all,
Crazy.
man, congrats
Thank you.
on man. How you feel, man? How was feeling? Because we gonna jump into it, but I literally want to know before we jump into it, how you feel?
Man, I feel great. I don't know if I even really process everything, man, but nah, it's nuts, man. I feel like I won the lottery. You know what I mean? But like I've been working for like it's like that pursuit of happiness moment. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's different right now.
yeah. So for those who don't know, Sal worked on some records on Beyonce's latest album. Um, And yeah, I mean, we gonna jump into it because I don't even know what's the process like of reaching out to Beyonce. Like, how the fuck does one land in on the ears of Beyonce? Like any of that. But yeah, man. So what's just for the people out there, bro? How did this even come together? Was it you reaching out? Was it how? What's
Um, Magical, man. It really comes down to my sister. I think it's like
Yeah, you breaking up.
you hear me now? I
Yeah, yeah, you good. Yeah, you good now.
think it's like a super amazing songwriter um, from Atlanta, working with for probably like 7, 8 years. over time, she just raised her profile as being, you know, one of the more requested songwriters in the game. And we were actually working on a project, a group project called Dessert Menu, like some real dope R&B vibes that me and my partner LV was producing. So we originally came out to LA just to finish that. You know, we was only supposed to be here for 10 days. And one day she called us like, yo, actually she told me back in January of last year, like, yo, I've been working with Bees Camp a little bit in the writing camps. Like, man, we got to get on this thing together. So fast forward to like around late May of last year, we pulled up out here, finished our project together. And one day she just hit us up like, yo, come to this meeting and like and get dressed, like put some shit on. So we like, word, like, all right. So we get there, security's all like, who are they? What are y'all doing here? They asking us for ID, our background check, DNA, all types of shit. You know what I mean? We getting frustrated, like, what's going on here? So we finally get situated. It's like an office building, like a compound. It's like hella Adidas clothes to the right. So I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. They sit us down in this little studio. And we in there. She like, y'all still don't know where y'all at, huh? I'm like, nah. She like, nah, we in Beyonce shit. So we like, oh, where? So I had 2 laptops on me. I broke both of them motherfuckers out, and we just got and I guess like the first day, like her peoples came in and they actually had
How
like,
long ago was this though?
this was in May of last year, like last week of May.
Okay.
And yeah, we just got to work, man. And probably like the first day her peoples came in and told us they liked a couple songs that we had did previously. And so Beyonce liked those songs. So she's like, can you send us like the instrumental version of those and the lyrics, whatever? So he's like, bet. So like we in the program now. So we just start working on some new shit from scratch, you know what I mean? And, you know, a couple days later, she walked in unannounced and heard it, and she loved everything he was doing, you know what I'm saying? And we ended up being there the whole week, you know what I mean?
How was that moment though when she walked in?
Oh, man, it was so crazy because it was like, we didn't know, like, we always knew when she was in the building because everybody had to get COVID. She was there. So we knew she was there, but we didn't know if she was going to come home or not. And, like, we was literally tightening up this record for days. And then like I feel like the second that we was like, all right, this joint is cool. Like let's move on to the next one. Like at that like very second, she just magically walked, like dress on, hair in a bun, like look like a video shoot. You know what I mean? But she was like the sweetest person in the world, man. And she kicked it in there with us for like an hour. So
Man.
yeah.
So did you know like then, like, or even think it was a possibility he was gonna have a record, or not even one, but 2 records that land on the album?
I mean after that week, we thought we was on there. Like, cause we made such a good impression and shit went so like it really couldn't have went no smoother than it went, you know what I mean? So we was kind of like, damn, we on there, but you know, with artists and musicians, you know, the like visions can change, you know what I mean? And in my mind, like I'm thinking the album was coming out like last year, you know what I mean? And I feel like I thought we was coming in towards the end of production, so I'm like, at first I'm thinking like, yeah, we on there for sure, but as time went on, I'm like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like I hope we make it. Like it's been a year of me just being like, man. I don't know how I'm gonna handle this if we don't make it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
But
Hey, so when did you find out though that y'all was on the album?
I mean, with the music shit, man, like I'm never like 100% sure until like the day. You know what I mean, just never know what can happen. So I don't want to like be too sure, but I kind of knew like it was crazy. I had the best birthday ever. On my birthday, one of her people reached out and asked for like our publishing information. So I was like, oh yeah, that means, you know, that's usually a good sign, but it was still like a couple months out. So I wasn't 100% sure until like the day before she dropped the track list.
Damn, that's crazy. Oh, so for people who don't know, can you let them know that the records that you produced?
I'm co-credited on Alien Superstar, Summer Renaissance.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm got one last question that I'm gonna let B and Destiny jump in, but I gotta ask this because it's been on my mind. So when you look at these records, right, especially when you're working with like an artist like Beyonce, it'll be like, however many people, I'm saying, credited, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much did it change from what I'm saying, originally created to that final product?
It was up a little bit, you know what I mean? I heard it. I heard it the first time, like everybody else heard it. You know what I mean? So I didn't know. Like I recognized, what we did, but I was like, oh shit, like this is dope. You know what I mean? I was happy to be like I knew they switched it up a while ago, and initially I was a little disappointed because I was like, damn, like our record was fire how it was, And but after a while, I was just like, man, I just want to be on this thing, you know what I'm saying? And like, I'm so happy that they did it how they did it, you know what I mean? It benefited us even more. Those are like two of the dopest songs on the project, you know what I mean? So I love it.
Hey, congrats on you got the last record on Joey Badass album too.
Yeah. That happened, and our partner, I've been working under my big brothers, Sean and LV for some time, man. They legendary, but me and LV kind of our move to LA and been doing our thing out here. But Sean was in New York, and he was in the studio with Joey and put that together. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that came out dope too, man. Because that was like a full circle moment for me too. Because when I first moved from Cincinnati to New York like 10 years ago, I went to work initially with Young Guru, who's Jay-Z's DJ and engineer, and
Yeah.
and then that led to me like working with Puff a few years later. So with that song, like Guru ended up mixing it, and Puff is on the end of it, and I didn't even know Puff was on it until I heard it. Like I had a version of the song before it came out, but I didn't know Puff got on it talking shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard it, it was like, oh damn, this is crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, 100%.
Working with B's team, what's the process like? I'm pretty sure they had a layout of what they imagined the album to be. So was it like dialogue in regards of what they wanted from you guys in regards of what you had, or it was like you said you had your two laptops and you just started letting them know, what you
We
got?
already like that project was heavily dance related. Like,
Yeah, hold on. You breaking up.
is it good now?
Yeah, it's better now. Yeah.
We knew like she wanted dance influenced album and like bring back the disco era. You know what I mean? And like me, my partner LV is kind of known for like we do a lot of hip hop, but we do a lot of disco stuff too. So that's why our homegirl Ink had like even was like, oh, they perfect for this. You know what I mean? So we kind of came in knowing what we were looking for all on. You know what I'm saying? So we just came in there, and you know what I mean. And, she told us herself like, oh man, y'all execute my business. So
Yeah, man. I don't know what you got going on over there, but it's a struggle a little bit.
That's that Illuminati Wi-Fi now, man. They got to tap his bill, and man, the Beehive got him tapped over there. You heard?
Right.
You see? Oh, you look! I said it. He disappeared. You hear me? My bad. That was my fault.
Yeah, shit.
Good.
Good now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't see you still, but
Damn.
we can hear you. What? Yeah, I don't know what happened to the camera.
That's crazy. I can see y'all.
Yeah, I mean, you can try to leave it right quick and come back and see if that worked.
Yeah, let me try that.
Yeah, I'll remove it. Speed, man, what's going on, man?
Bro, I'm chilling, man. How y'all doing?
Chilling.
Good, man. You just came off opening for Janet Jackson.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, you talking about Michael Jackson's sister? Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, that was actually cool.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, we're gonna jump into we gonna jump all the way into it.
Oh yeah, we ready, man. Hey man, Sal back. There you go.
Yeah, he back now. But yeah, I think we was talking about, what was we talking about, the process?
Yeah, the process.
Damn, what was I in that?
You was saying how she came to y'all to the studio and she was talking to you guys.
Oh yeah. I mean, like we knew before we got there that, like, you know, disco was the goal. You know what I'm saying? Like dance music was like the focus of this project. So, you know, the songs that she picked before we got there were in that theme too. You know what I'm saying? But we just made some stuff from scratch on the spot. And when she came in, she was like, "Oh my God, like y'all making my job easy. Y'all executing my vision so perfect." You know, it was like it couldn't really have went no smoother, man. That shit was like a dream. Like I was like, "What the hell is going on right now?"
That's dope.
Yeah.
You know, and I think what's most important, you know, with this project is, to me, it was a disruption in regards to what's just going on in the landscape of music right now. It's a good disruption, you know what I'm saying? And you know, you got some that, you know, we love it, and then you got some people that hate it. And it's just, I think, you know, one of the reasons why people don't like it so much is because of what's on the radio at this very moment. You know what I'm saying? Like it sounds so foreign right now, but the thing is, this is music. This is the foundation of black music. What y'all did, you know what I'm saying?
Right, correct.
Yeah. So I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all definitely, you know, gave her a masterpiece, man. That's definitely gonna live, you know, the test of time.
Thank you, man. I mean, all my favorite artists are people that I never know what their next project gonna sound like. You know what I mean? I like when artists surprise me, or like it's not predictable what their next move is. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, she did that, and I feel like over time, like people that probably not too crazy about it over time, like it'll grow on. I don't know, maybe I'm in my own Beyonce bubble out here, but I ain't really heard nobody saying they don't like it for real. Like, you know what I mean?
We've been catching it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm personally, you know, I'm a fan of the project. I heard it, I was like, oh, whoa. When I pressed play on it, I'm like, oh no, Beyonce on some other shit. And what a lot of people don't realize is, you know, I come from a producer background, so I'm probably paying attention to way more details and stuff like that than the average, you know what I'm saying, ear or whatever. But man, it's so intricate. It's so many intricate like details in there to like pay attention to, and people don't realize like, no, that's a lot of shit in this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit in here to really digest. So that's what I could appreciate it. Even there were people, obviously people gonna throw out the Drake, you know what I'm saying, comparisons or whatever. I'm like, this shit don't sound nothing like nothing like that, like at all to me.
Nowhere close.
Yeah.
I think I feel like with a lot of music, sometimes, especially when it's something that comes so left field, like I think when like the visual aspects of it start coming out, then I feel like it'll start making more sense to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. And I feel like people gonna adapt to it more, right? Because some of it is like certain music you have to hear in certain environments,
Be a
right?
club for this, like the right type of clubs, though.
Yeah, so when you hear this music in the environment that it's intended for, you find yourself like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying, feeling it in there, then I feel like a lot more people gonna be like, damn, they fuck with it. So I mean, I feel like a lot of people already fuck with it, but it's just a lot of people like for us, like from the crib and all of that got, you know, diverse
kind of back. And what's the sad part is, like, with all of us being from the Midwest, those strong house music influences are all through there along with the disco. You know what I'm saying? And you know that's our thing back at the crib. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like to be seeing people back at the crib like, damn, I don't like it. I hate it. I'm like, yo, you go down 75 to Detroit, they playing that. Like, you go into a club, they playing that all throughout the night. You know what I'm saying?
Chi-Town too.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, like I said, man, it's definitely a disruption in regards to just what's going on right now, and it's needed. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you know, any artist shouldn't be predictable. And you know what I'm saying? If you're really doing it like you're supposed to, you know.
And, you know, we've already. I mean, this is her 7th album, so like, I mean, what you wanted to do? Like, keep doing the same. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
You feel me?
Yeah, man, I'm always a fan of those that's willing to push the envelope, push the culture forward. It's gonna be some pushback always when you're doing that. I
Right.
mean, just like when we look at like Kendrick album and stuff like that, it's gonna be some pushback, but
Mm-hmm.
them the albums that's gonna live on for real. Like we people go back to Pimp a Butterfly now, which was a disruption at the time of it dropping, but it was just way ahead of its time.
Right.
And people enjoy it now. So man, I gotta ask, what's next? What you got cooking? What can you talk about rather?
Man, me and my partner Speed, man, we got a whole project together, man, that we've been cooking for like.
Hey, I done heard some records, and I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for what's to come.
Something special for Cincinnati. Like even me and him started talking about doing this like during the pandemic, during lockdown. We on FaceTime and talk together, man. And I feel like, his stature in the city and like, the things I've been building, like I feel like even before all this other stuff happened, I felt like it would have been a moment for the city for me and him to do a project together. But now it's even more elevated, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, man. I'm becoming more and more of a fan of Cincinnati. I don't know, man. I'm like, damn, like everybody from Cincinnati I meet be cool as hell. Everybody's being cool, but I mean, obviously, since I'm in fucking with Speed a lot, but yeah, man, you are a very, very musical, talented place for sure.
Yeah,
I don't want to hold you up. I know you got a session.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
We appreciate you, man. Just keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. We looking forward to the new records, and yeah, man. Keep killing them.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
Right.
all good.
Yep.